Assalamu alaikum. How we doing? Um, I guess chopping up a little here. Drink a little bit of tea, having little herbs, dandelion and muscle bristle and hops, and I got a few herbs there. I got some Cajun pepper, a little bit Himalayan salt. Anyway, I'm just doing that because I feel like I need to do and do. I just think that we all should do things that will help us out at the end. You know what I'm saying? But I want to speak about something, but I'm not sure how this is gonna be perceived. Cause a lot of people got this idea of they wanted to be happy, but then at the same time, I'm sure they find themselves in a situation of like not feeling the state of mind they want to be on, or they feel that you know, one moment they highs and the moment they're low or stuff like that, and they think to it, probably like mental health. But I tend not to believe too much in mental health like that, because I mean, it's granted you could call it mental health, but in reality, um, there's a lot of poison in the environment. There's a lot of poison, a lot of metal, a lot of compounds, metals that cannot be broken up. You know, there's man-made, and it's happening since in the '60s, in the 1950s, 1960s, early '50s to the early '60s, because realistically, a lot of us want to think about, our mental health. I just want to be happy. Why can't we just be happy? Well, just can't we just why can't we just be happy and just get along and do certain things? But I think this is a problem when people don't understand when we're really children of war. Ever since the World War II, that they brought up the industrial complex or the industrial revolution. Ever since World War One or World War Two, and then you had the Vietnam War, and then the Gulf Wars, and all these other wars, and the war on terror and stuff like that. So we've been in war since pretty much in the 1920s. Because that's when pretty much the First World War One started. That's why you hear, if you know about the Great Depression, the 1929, and when the banks started coming up on the 1933. But anyway, I don't want to get too big on it. Explain too many things, especially if people don't lack history knowledge. And but a lot of us, not thinking a lot of us, all of us, we're pretty much product of war. We're product of war. We like things like 3M and DuPont and stuff like that. That trying to make and a lot of us can't act like we're not part of it, because every time we have something like water resistance or stain resistance or anything that has Teflon or this compound, I forgot how they call it, but it's the residue of plastic and oil which they throw in the ocean. PFAS, PFAS. If you see the movie Dark Waters, it talks about it with But anyway, we have a lot of PFAS. So reality, a lot of us, or most of us, has a lot of poison. Every person in this world has PFAS, because we have sourced into the 1960s, since war, and they've been dumping things on the oil. You could check on oil. I mean, you could check the ocean. It's full of PFOS. You could show the iceberg. It's full of PFOS. No matter how pure things are, that's why they call it the rain, the poisonous rain. That's why they say you can't collect the rain. Because there's so much poison up in the world. There's so much poison up in the world. So those chemicals, every time it rains, a lot of it just releases those chemicals. That's why they say it's hard to drink water from lakes and stuff like that now. Because maybe I should make a video about this, about explaining more of these things. But if you know about the story about I don't know if back in the people saw the movies of like Ron Zombie, like people on the stairs, and how they used to make people out of like monsters. Like people used to like tourists used to travel some villages, and then like the car broke down, and then they had to deal with some crazy people. But those crazy people are really results of these factories that throw so much pollution, and they threw it in the water and the air, stuff like that, that contaminated the people. Some people started, not they get born retarded, but they were born with a lot of defects. That's why they have mothers that now they don't want mothers breastfeeding. Because there's so much chemicals. It's called PFOS. It stands for something carbohydrate, fluoride. Same thing that in the Listerine and stuff, that all that poison. You know what I'm saying? Fluoride is not good for you. It's bad for your mind, and it fucks up your enamel. Trust me. I did a big project on this before when I was I did a big report on this one. I was going to NECO and I did a report for my English class, and I was trying to report on fluoride. But anyway, I don't want to go too deep on that. But this thing that there's a lot of poison out in the world. There's a lot of, it's called PFOS or PFSO. Can't remember right now. But they call it the forever chemical. The forever chemical is hard to break it down. The body cannot break it down. That's why realistically, not only so we're supposed to fast, but so we're supposed to take some herbs that helps to release those chemicals. Because we got like a lot of metal that we don't supposed to be having in our blood. A lot of carbohydrates, a lot of mercury, things like mercury. Remus. Things like mercury. That's why a lot of time people got a hard time breathing. A lot of time people got a hard time. Remus. A lot of people have a hard time. A lot of people got a lot of headaches. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the metals and mercury and stuff like that go to your head. That's why they say it's not good to take too much Tylenol or ibuprofen, because that has a lot of metal in it. That's why it's not good to take too much Tylenol, ibuprofen. That's why there's supposed to be a reason why pregnant females, I'm not sure if they cannot take ibuprofen or Tylenol, but because a lot of the metal affects their menstruation. So it's not that I don't believe in mental health. It's that realistically we've been being poisoned since the 60s. Since the time of females taking pills for what is it? These pills for like menstruation and birth control. It's throwing the estrogen and the all off. And then with all these chemicals, you're going to move into houses that had lead. So you hear about lead poisoning or people that has affected by lead. And then again, same thing with the gay homosexuals and stuff like that. I don't see that too much as a mental health, but it's that a poison that, if it throws off certain function of your brain, then your brain cannot function properly. I don't know if you ever heard about the rainbow bomb, the gay bomb. They call it the rainbow bomb or the gay bomb. They bombed back in the days because they were testing they were trying to do it for the Agent Orange. When they were attacking Japan and Korea and stuff like that. So they were doing these bombs. Before I get there, but they were testing these bombs like Agent Orange, and so to throw to the Korea and Thailand and stuff like that. And so also in Vietnam, so they could have effects on the soldiers. A lot of this again, it comes from the Cold War, World War II, because the Manhattan Project. If anybody know about the Manhattan Project, that had to do with the atomic bomb. And the atomic bomb, how they wanted to do the atomic bomb. So right now, well, a lot of people think that we in the sense of mental health, it's because we are involved in the time of the atomic bomb. So all these elements like PFAS and the nucleus combustion and all these carbohydrates that they're releasing, that's why they worry about global warming. It's not really global warming, it's global poisoning. You got the animals not acting right either, So when we're thinking that we could suffer from mental health, what about the animals that they come in and they feel like, yo, this is a fucking Twilight Zone? And with all the poisoning, that even when for them to survive, they really indigesting poison. From the birds to the ducks to the ocean animals to the forest animals, they're all being poisoned. And again, mainly because of man-made stuff. All the man-made stuff and everything that's man-made is definitely to be destroyed. So, but the thing is, it's like what Jesus said. To go to the eye of the camel, you're going to have to release a lot of things. And people ain't going to want to release, people ain't going to want to release all these things that make them feel comfortable or that make them feel that make them life easier, even if it's poisoning them. You know what I'm saying? Because people got used to all these easy things. Getting things easy, the microwave lifestyle. So the microwave lifestyle is gonna have us in a situation that there's gonna be some effects to it. So again, I'm not against I'm not saying that there's no mental health. It's that realistically we are being poisoned. We are poisoned, and we just get an effect. So that's why we're supposed to take care of ourselves, do things for ourselves, find herbs that help you with your immune system, with your vital signs, or with your vital bodies. Have herbs that help you eliminate these toxins, these parasites, and look for things that help you release these metals. Because a lot of these metals, again, either they settle in the brain or they settle in your butt at the end of your ass. That's why you get the colon cancer and all these other things. I don't want to get too deep on things, but and then we break barriers. You know what I'm saying? By not taking the proper stuff in the elements, and when we eat, a lot of these foods don't have nutrients. So anyway, Salam, I'm gonna try to keep this short. I gotta try to keep this under 15 minutes, but just food for thought. We're being poisoned. So you know what I'm saying? Since the beginning of the war, we're a product of war. Once you understand that, then you understand there's no reason to be thinking that you're in mental health or that why things are not going the way it is. We're a product of war, so we're casualty of war. Doesn't matter, even the kids that come in the future is not existing at this point, they're still gonna be casualty of war. I mean, that's all I gotta say. Assalamu alaikum. Yo.